Reporters who are joining us from Chennai, from Mumbai. Purnima Murli, I can come to you first. Tamil Nadu is a huge auto hub. And I believe that most industries have decided, most of these auto industries have decided that they will be opening shop from the 6th of this month. Are they launching full operations? Will it be half? Will it depend on demand? How is this going to work out for the industry?
Well, Shreya, we've been speaking to industry leaders, especially from the auto sector, as well as these electronics like Foxconn. They say that from the 6th of May, they will start operations. However, the state government has very clearly said that even if industries in these special economic zones will be allowed to function starting the 6th of May, only 25% of the total staff are allowed to work. So over the next 2 days, these industry leaders will work out a solution in terms of how many shifts can they operate on, whether it's going to be 1 shift or 2 shifts, and that clarity should be given by the collector of the respective district. So the district collector will give them an idea, but even if there are 2 or 3 shifts per day, each shift will not have more than 25% of the workforce. That's the government order. That's what the government order clearly says. So these auto companies are hoping that by the 6th of May, they restart their operations. For example, Ashok Leyland, Hyundai, all of them have issued a statement welcoming the relaxation of the lockdown, and they say that they will completely adhere to the guidelines and also ensure that they practice these social distancing norms and ensure that employees who work on different shifts be allowed to wear masks and follow all the norms to ensure that they comply with how to tackle and contain the spread of virus, even during times when Chennai, for example, is seeing a consistent spike in the number of cases, and even Tamil Nadu has been seeing more than 100-odd cases over the last 6 days. Shreya.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that quick update from Chennai. Let me now go across to Chandigarh, where my colleague Mohit is, and he is reporting that odd and even rules will be in place for opening stores in Chandigarh. This is Mohit Malhotra's report.
मैं चंडीगढ़ के सेक्टर 31 में मौजूद हूँ। यहाँ पर कुछ दुकानें आपको बंद दिखाई दे रही हैं, लेकिन कुछ दुकानें जिनको खोल दिया गया है और उनको ये बताया गया है कि आज इवन नंबर की दुकानें खुलेंगी और कल के लिए कहा गया है कि ऑड नंबर की दुकानें खुलेंगी। तो यहाँ पर लगातार लोग अपने जो ऑफिस हैं, दफ्तर हैं, जो दुकानें हैं, उनको खोल रहे हैं। प्राइवेट कंपनियों के जो दफ्तर हैं, उनको भी कहा गया है कि 33% अटेंडेंस के साथ वो अपना काम शुरू कर सकते हैं और फिलहाल उसका असर यहाँ पर दिखाई दे रहा है। हालांकि कुछ लोगों ने गलती से ऑड नंबर की जो दुकानें थी वो खोल ली थी, तो उनको समझाया गया। यहाँ पर चंडीगढ़ प्रशासन की तरफ से अपनी टीमें लगाई गई हैं जो कि लगातार ऐसे लोगों को समझा रही हैं कि आपने आज गलती से अपनी दुकान खोल ली है और अपनी दुकानें बंद कीजिए। चंडीगढ़ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के जो अलग अलग महकमों के कर्मचारी हैं, जो स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट के हैं, पुलिस के हैं, उनको सड़कों पर लगाया गया है कि लोग सख्ती के साथ ऑड इवन फॉर्मूला जो दुकानों के लिए बनाया गया उसका पालन करें और सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन रहे।
Okay, that is Mohit Malhotra, who is reporting to us from the city of Chandigarh. Let me go across to Radhika Ramaswamy, who is joining us from Mumbai, one of the worst hit cities in the country. Radhika, simple question to you. What is open, what is not? Because there is still some confusion on the ground.
Yes, Shreya, as far as what is allowed to open is concerned, yes, standalone liquor shops are allowed to open. I did do the rounds of the city to see what, whether they are in fact open. Also, one more thing that's allowed to open is standalone non-essential shops. Many of the standalone non-essential shops are not open, at least as yet. And as far as liquor shops are concerned, many of them are awaiting letters from the excise department. I did do a ground report sometime back outside a liquor store. I did speak with the owners as well. What they are awaiting is for a proper formal communication from the excise department. Now we are getting, there was also a meeting within the excise officials to sort of streamline this whole process. Who should be allowed to open, who shouldn't, and what are the timings. So it's been decided that 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. will be the time, and more than 11,000 liquor shops in Maharashtra have been allowed to open. So probably it will take a couple of hours, or maybe by tomorrow things will be streamlined. Therefore, liquor shops can be operational. But as yet, only a few of them were open.
Many were waiting for the communication, and even standalone non-essential shops are waiting for some sort of communication because as per the rules, as per the guidelines framed by Maharashtra, it says that only 5 standalone shops, non-essential shops, can open in one lane. So if there are 10 to 15 of them, who can open, who cannot, what are the timings, are they going to alternate between each other? So all those confusions need to be sorted out, which is why many people are waiting for more guidelines, more clarity especially from the local ward officials. So that is something that's being awaited. So these are the only relaxations when it comes to Mumbai and Pune. Liquor shops, one, and standalone non-essential shops. No private offices, no industrial units, only construction if the workers are within the site. No salons, spas, etc. These are of course allowed in green and orange zones, which is other parts of Maharashtra. But as far as Mumbai and Pune is concerned, many of the relaxations are not allowed except for standalone liquor shops and the standalone non-essential shops.
All right. Thank you very much for getting us that update from the state of Maharashtra. Let's now go across to the national capital, where my colleague Amit Kumar Singh is. He's reporting from the DND. This is the border between Delhi and Uttar Pradesh, Noida specifically.
इस वक्त मैं मौजूद हूं दिल्ली और उत्तर प्रदेश के बॉर्डर पर और यहां पर तस्वीरों के जरिए आपको दिखाना चाहूंगा कि जो बॉर्डर है डीएनडी, यहां पर किस तरीके से आज गाड़ियों की यहां पर लाइन लगी हुई है। यहां पर देखिए रोजाना की तरह आज ज़्यादा गाड़ियां हैं यहां पर दिल्ली से नोएडा में प्रवेश करने के लिए। तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ आपको एक तस्वीर और मैं यहाँ पर दिखाना चाहूँगा। आप दूसरी तस्वीर देखिए, दूसरी तस्वीर वहाँ पे नोएडा से जो दिल्ली जाने वाली जो गाड़ियाँ हैं उनकी भी आज जो गिनती है वो ज़्यादा है। ज़्यादा गाड़ियाँ जाना चाहती हैं दिल्ली। जिस तरीके से लॉकडाउन 3 में कई रियायतें दी गई हैं, उन रियायतों के बाद लोग ज़्यादातर गौतम बुद्ध नगर जिले से, नोएडा, ग्रेटर नोएडा से वो जा रहे हैं दिल्ली की तरफ। तो वहीं लगातार एक तस्वीर आपको यहाँ दिखाना चाहूँगा। आप देखिए किस तरीके से लगातार इन पिकेट्स पर जैसे ही आज गाड़ियों की संख्या ज़्यादा बढ़ी है, उसके बाद यहाँ पर सैनिटाइजेशन का काम लगातार यहाँ पर चल रहा है।
कोलकाता के नीमतला घाट की ये गली, यहाँ की तस्वीरें देखिए। यहाँ पर पहले से ही बांस का बैरिकेड लगा है। यहाँ एक पोस्टर लगाया गया है जिस पे साफ तौर पर लिखा है कि बिना मास्क के यहाँ पर किसी को अलाउ नहीं किया जाएगा। संदेश भी लिखा है, घर रहें या फिर अमर रहें। ये पोस्टर किसने बनाया है?
यहाँ के निवासियों ने, यहाँ के बच्चों लोगों ने मिलकर बनाया है इन पोस्टर को। यहाँ जो राशन दिया जाता है सरकार की तरफ से, जो भीड़ लगती है उनसे मतलब भीड़ इकट्ठा ना हो, जिले बनाया गया और वो मास्क लगा के ही आए, राशन लेके जाए। नहीं तो इनसे खुद इफेक्टेड होंगे कोरोना से और दूसरों को भी इफेक्टेड करके कोरोना फैलाएंगे।
तो गाड़ियाँ तो यहाँ बिल्कुल नहीं आ पा रही हैं
ना, गाड़ियाँ नहीं आ रही है। जो एसेंशियल फूड्स आते हैं वो उनके लिए खाली अलाउड है, विदाउट मास्क नॉट अलाउड है।
Okay, one of the criticisms that has come in from the Indian government is this, that the Indian government, Indian states are simply not testing enough. My colleague Maria Shakil spoke to the Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, on that very question, and he says we'll soon be at a stage where we will be testing 1 lakh people every day.
Though we are ramping up our testing capacity, but many argue that it's much less than when we compare it to other countries. Will you not agree more testing is needed? And if yes, what's the optimum number that you are looking at? And is there a timeline?
Our testing strategy has been devised by ICMR, one of the most respected and prestigious organizations of the country. We have experts from all fields who have formulated the strategy. From time to time, we have kept on revising the strategy, modifying it, depending on the needs or the occurrence of the disease in the society. From one lab in the country, we have now a network of over 420 labs in the country. In a day, we are testing almost 75,000 people. We have already done 1 million tests. We have, in fact, plans to test 1 lakh people per day. And we are making sure that anybody who has got symptoms, he has to be tested. Our testing strategy is not vague. It's not about testing everybody whether he has got a symptom or no symptom. We are testing in a very, very judicious manner, and that is why I can very safely conclude that the results speak for themselves. The way India has been able to handle, the way India has been able to ensure that we have a steady curve, these are all indications of a well crafted strategy, not only for testing but for other issues also.